Hey Teletizens, back with me again, Aji Gautama Putrada, your lecturer in operating systems. This is our first meeting about OS overview. In our sixth video, we will discuss about user mode and kernel mode. So, when we discuss about operating systems, we have created layers. What layers are they? Imagine we have a computer system. Now we have the most bottom layer, which is hardware, and we have the upmost layer, software, and we have the interface, which is now called operating systems, and above software we have the user. User. Uh, what's more coming to us is that the operating system itself is then divided again into more layers. There is the layer that is close to the user, which is called the user mode, and the layer that is close to the hardware, which is called kernel. So if OS is the core of the software, the kernel core of the software, the kernel is the core of the core. Core of the core. So we now have kernel. This is an illustration of the kernel. So if an operating system is imagined as layers of circle, the kernel is the core of the circle. This is the kernel, and then we have the outer part of the operating systems, the device drivers, and in the outmost layer we have the application. So when a software is running, it has two modes. The first mode is called the user mode, and the second mode is called the kernel mode. What is the difference between user mode and kernel mode? Is when executing the program. In program execution, for example, the program is run here. When in user mode, the user has control of the program. User has control. But when running in kernel mode, the user doesn't have control. Everything is run automatically by the CPU. That is basically the difference between user mode and kernel mode. So here we have an example of a picture. Here we have a application running. The application is running both above the user mode and the kernel mode. In the user mode, the application, we have access to the file system, the networking, and the process scheduler. These are all in the user mode. And in the kernel mode, which is not controllable by the user, there is the process management, the inter-process communication, and the memory management. So that is the end of video 6. This is the second last video. In this video, we have discussed about two parts of an operating system. The first part is the user part, and the second part is the kernel part. If operating systems is the core of the software, then the kernel is the core of the core, and there are two modes running in operating system. The first mode is user mode, and the second mode is called kernel mode. Thank you for your attention. We will come back again in video 7. In video 7, we have other discussions. I'll meet you at the next video.